So in this installation, it properly is about broken time, or maybe even breaking time. And when I say time, I mean musical time, or the experience of time anyway. And I've got two contrasting things that go up against each other. One of them is a piece of jazz improvisation. And, you know, I'm an improviser and a composer, but I'm certainly an improviser. And with improvisation, you look backwards as you go into the future. You play something and then you try and make sense of it as you go into the next thing that you play, and then you go into the next thing and so on. But you're always kind of bringing into the future what you have done, but the skill and the art of it is to make it make sense. And what I wanted to do was to disrupt all of that, and what you hear is my end point here, and then you hear the next penultimate moment, second, and it kind of is all broken up, and yet it makes sense in some way. And I wanted to show that that is a problem. It shouldn't do, but it does. And the way that I made it make sense, if you like, was to have another kind of broken time going along it, which was the problem of the isolated moment. What happens if you just think that there's a moment in time that doesn't have any future or any history? So I made sounds that were just now sounds. I cut off any beginning and any end of them, so it was just the middle of different instruments. And it's a sort of eerie hanging. The sound just hangs. So I wanted to put that up together with this backwards improvised sound. So they all shouldn't make sense, but they do make sense. And that's kind of my point. We live in a world and in a culture and society where broken time is fine, where it does apparently make sense. Anyway, in the middle of this piece of music, there's a sound which is a sort of a moment. And then everything flows in the way it should flow. So the improvisation goes in the sense that it should do, and these hanging sounds kind of resolve themselves in the way they should do. In other words, it's only when you know that something is wrong that you will hear it as wrong. So those were the ideas that I was pursuing in that.